about to kiss, and I was not about to have the quarterback kiss me and me what? Freeze up like Summer Walker? So I can get embarrassed if he gets at the whole football team? And everyone in the school? Nah, man, I'm good. Nah, that was dead. That was not about to be me. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Insert dancehall horn. I'm back, and I guess you could say I'm better. It's been 8 months since the last video. I apologize for the wait. I'm trying to be more consistent because I know that's a key factor in doing this the whole YouTube thing. Bear with me, a lot's been going on. I survived the semester, made the dean's list too. So, I mean, that's the least I could have done after all the stress that I've been through, so yeah. School starts next month, on my birthday actually. Classes start August 26th when I turn 21. But yeah, a lot's been happening. It's quarantine, pandemic, as a black person, as a black woman. It's been a lot, but yeah. We're gonna have a lot of things to look forward to this year, especially with this channel. I have a lot of new projects that I want to put out with you guys, so I'm looking forward to releasing those with your help, of course. I also feel like it's time to start establishing this road to 1,000 subscribers. Obviously, we're gonna start with increments to be realistic, of course. So I feel like 250 to 500 subscribers is not too much to ask for by the end of the year, let's say. The end of the year, January-ish, we'll do that bracket, 250, 500, you know? I need y'all help to spread the word, you know, share the channel, post notifications, all that. Subscribe, like, comment, more engagement, you know? So we can get this ball rolling. But yeah, with that being said, everything's okay, I guess. Any more updates I'm gonna obviously share with you guys in videos coming next to this channel, because you know content is gonna be something you'll see a lot of, period. So yeah, with that being said, let's start today's video. I asked you guys what questions you'd want me to answer in a video format and ask askogbecs, so let's start answering these questions. What up, Becky? Not a question, but hello. Salutations, how are you? Alright, next question. Becca-rooney, wow. ... Again, not a question, but if you're asking me how I got that nickname, where I got that from, a friend of mine at Dean College, my previous college I used to go to, he said one time it was either Beckaroo or Becca-rooney. So I just took that and ran with it. I was like, I like that. Shout out Mike from Dean. I stole that nickname. It's catchy. Next question. Top 5 favorite songs right now. Well, obviously.
My year is different to your year. Dripping the sauce, the drip is so saucy.
Big hit, big tune. Nah, just kidding. You know, obviously, most of the songs are going to be Afrobeat tings. But, one would be Something Different by what's his name? Adenkule Gold. Do It by Chloe and Haley is definitely one of my favorite songs right now. Very catchy. Listen to a lot of Jack Harlow, the What's Poppin' remix. Fire.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Listening to the Pop Smoke album, definitely. My 2 favorite songs are between Snitching and Tunnel Vision. Is that 5 songs? I'll throw an extra one in there, just a little sprinkle. And oh, the new Toronto, Broken a Minute by Tory Lanez, very catchy. Tory Lanez is a very underrated artist in my opinion. I feel like he's overlooked a lot, but that's a topic for another day. But yeah, I think that's 5 songs for now, even though there's a lot to pick from. Maybe I'll drop a playlist in the description box below. Next question. Who in the family makes the best jollof? I mean, me, I won't even talk too much. You know, let's just ask the patriarch of the family.
Your mom makes the best. You do make a good jollof, but
A good jollof?
you don't make, yeah, a good jollof. Okay. I'll say okay.
Bruh.
I won't give you
Okay, how did it go from good to okay?
You're still working on it. It can be very good with time. Right?
Yes, Dad.
You don't like that answer?
No, no, no.
Next question. With all of what's going on, how do you feel being a black woman in America?
More for time.
Great question. I'm kind of past the whole angry black woman narrative thing at this point. I feel like how I truly feel, it's more geared towards like defeat as a black woman in America, because I mean it's more complex than like the killings of unarmed black men by police brutality, all that. And it just goes into my realization that like black women are time and time again there for everyone when need be, or natural caregivers, and we care for everyone, but at the end of the day, who's there to care for us? Like, my feed has started to become just news of black women being failed time and time again, whether it be Breonna Taylor or so many instances of black women being neglected in healthcare and like practice in medical field, or like even with I forgot her name, but even with the young entrepreneur, that young black lady who was killed in front of her salon, in front of her child, like, it's just, for me, it's getting to the point of being exhausted mentally, more so exhausted and defeated. Yeah, I would say those 2 words, exhausted and defeated, definitely, and agitated at the fact that I'm exhausted and defeated, if that makes sense. Yeah, definitely. I can go deeper into that, but I think I'll just stop it there for now. Yeah. Exhausted, defeated, agitated. If you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on Snap, you probably see one of my rants from time to time. I'll probably explain that further in another day, but yeah, that'll have to do for now. I don't want this to be like 20 minutes long or anything, so yeah, I'm over it. I'm tired. Yeah. Next question. Being African with traditional African parents, how does it feel trying to date out of culture? I don't know if it would be, if I'm trying to, I wouldn't say I've ever tried to date out of culture, because I mean, you can't really control who you'll fall for or who you'll want to be with. I mean, I guess you control who you want to be with, but you have no control over who you end up being for, because you know, stuff happens, or falling for, I meant to say. But that aspect of, you know, having traditional African parents definitely comes into play, because you're keeping them in mind when you're like finding a future mate, you know. So it does play a big part, but I don't go out of my way to date out of culture. I definitely will say that I can see why African parents would want you to date in culture, or any like immigrant parents would want you to date within the culture. I've had these conversations with my dad, and obviously you want me to date a Ghanaian or marry a Ghanaian, and I definitely see why, because there's that aspect of not having to explain your culture, and you know, you guys would have that mutual understanding, so that obviously makes things easier. But at the end of the day, if it happens, like, that's cool. Like, it definitely would be nice to be with someone who shares your same culture and understands you, and understands like your family, you understand their family. But if it doesn't happen, that's cool too. I feel like it's always cool to learn new cultures and whatnot. I'm not against it. I'm for it though, but I'm not against it I hope that answered your question. Yeah. Okay, last question. Funniest college experience or memory? Whew. Well. Okay. I have a lot of funny college experiences, so a lot of them will have to stay in the vault, but I'll share one that has been pivotal in my growing up development throughout college. College definitely played a big role in that. So this is a little bit of a story time, I guess. So a girl I used to be friends with, she used to talk to this guy on the football team who knew the quarterback, who was like cool with him or whatever. And they went to Dean, you know, everyone used to say that he talked like a superhero. He did sound like a superhero when he talked, like the big, very like macho kind of voice, like over drawn out, but he was cute though. And like I was like, I wouldn't say in love with him, but I had a hefty crush on him or whatever. So, you know, I told my friend, and she told him, he told him, and he was like, oh, Rekka's pretty. And I was like, pretty? That's all, you know? Come and find out more, you know? There's more to, you know, the beauty. Like, come on. No, I was just kidding. But yeah, so he started coming around more and more. He also had a class with me. We had like a digital video production class or whatever. And after his friend had told him, the guy who was messing with the girl, that like I thought he was cute or whatever, like he started talking to me more, like we started like working together on projects and whatever, and I was just like, I see this guy, you know, he wants to come close to me, so you know, I just let him come see something small, something sweet, you know. So yeah, so I let him, you know, we started like being more cool, whatever. And I'm not sure if no, it wasn't me, because I don't have the balls to be that bold. It was probably my friend, because you know, she used to always like put herself in and be like, oh yeah, you should come, we're gonna be here, you know, you should come join us, you know, Becs gonna be there, whatever. And I was like, yeah, come. I was such a punk. I don't know why. I should have just been like, yeah, come over. We used to have like movie nights in Wallace. I used to live in Wallace at the time, so we'd have movie nights and we just like chill and hang there like as a gang or whatever. At the time, my friend from high school actually came to Dean with me, Shamel, and that's how I got like close to like John, Mario, Caleb, and Gene and all of them. Like, yeah, it was like a Friday where we were all hanging out in Wallace or whatever, chilling, watching a movie, probably having a good time. In Wallace Lounge there was like 2 couches like near like the window, so one here and one there facing each other. So he was on the couch over here and I was on this couch, and like we were just talking and laughing and whatever. Everybody was there, right, just chilling, having a good time. So he was sitting across from me, then he came and sat next to me. I started talking, and you know, I get nervous a lot. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. And he just started asking me about my major, and I told him my major is communications. And honestly, if you want me to be a chatty Cathy, asking me about my major and what I want to do in life is a sure way to get me to open up quickly and become a chatty Cathy. I will not stop talking. So I was probably running my mouth off about something, and then I don't know at what point, like, it just, the conversation died down, and he just looked at me and smiled, and he was like, do you want to continue this conversation in my room? And I was like, your room? And part of me was like red, like alarms were going off in my head, and I was like, no. But then a part of me was like, oh, you want to go get to know me? I didn't say that out loud because, you know, obviously I was definitely just like, I had to play it cool. I was just like, yeah, cool, I'm down, whatever. But in my head I was definitely looking like Debbie Ryan or whatever. I was probably more like Jay Versace.
Let's play a little game just between you and I.
Definitely. Yeah. And so, first of all, big signs for me not to go. On the way to leave, I looked back and I realized I forgot my keys. And instead of saying I left my dorm keys, I said I left my house keys. And everybody was like, house keys? John, Caleb, and Shamo were all looking at me like, I was just like, that was the first strike. Walking across the Triad, because he lived in Ewan, and going up the stairs into his room, because he lived on the 3rd floor, I was walking up the steps and then I feel like his arms like on my waist, and I was just like, I didn't think anything of it at the time, but God was trying to tell me what you think is about to happen and what he thinks is about to happen are two very different things. So what are you trying to do? I, being dumb, as my friend Frank would say,
naive Becs.
I was just like laughed it off. I was like, oh, you silly goose. I was like, he just plays too much or whatever. So I get into his room, tells me to sit down, make myself comfortable, and he's going to the bathroom. I was like, alright, cool. So I sit down. I was just like twiddling my thumbs or something. I was probably just like fidgeting something on his desk, whatever. He comes back like no less than 5 minutes later. Just like kind of like sizes me up down. He's just like, get up. And I was like, you just said sit and make yourself comfortable. And he said get up again. I was like, part of me was like, I don't really like your tone. I was actually recording. I'm recording. You say what?
Hey, people of America, how you doing?
People of America?
Hey, you know America's fucked up right now, basically.
Sure, would you like to introduce yourself?
I am Travis, Rebecca's boyfriend. Go ahead, man, finish the video.
Alright, okay, back. What was I saying? He told me to get up, and I get up, and then he's standing right in front of me, and I'm just like, so awkward, so painfully. If you know me, you know how awkward I am. So just imagine, just me and him, awkward, and I was just like, I did that thing. I was just like, and then like he took my chin and went and tried to like go on for a kiss. I whiplash immediately. The only reason why I didn't let him kiss me is because I didn't know how to kiss. Yes, I was a college freshman who did not have her first kiss yet. That's a whole nother video for another time. We'll get into all of that or whatever. But I didn't know how to kiss, and I was not about to have the quarterback kiss me and me what? Freeze up like Summer Walker?
Strike a pose, 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 pose.
So I can get embarrassed and he gets at the whole football team? And everyone in the school? Nah, man, I'm good. Nah, that was dead. That was not about to be me. I literally saw him put my chin up, and in my head I was like, there's only two ways this can end, and I'm not about to let it end in the way that makes me look like an idiot. So, sorry. We'll call him superhero. It's not impersonal. I'll let you kiss me, but I ain't know how to kiss. Then he sat on his bed, we talked a little more, and then at a certain point he was not looking at me, he was looking at his phone, just talking. He was looking at his phone, just talking. You could tell he seemed disappointed. I thought that he wanted to get to know me, which probably isn't entirely a lie. He probably didn't want to get to know me, but just in a different way than what I was originally thinking, and I wasn't for all that. So, but yeah, he cool though. Didn't talk to me in class the following week. Acted like he didn't know me. It was cool. But yeah, that's just funny to me, because when I tell you I genuinely thought he wanted to go to his room just to talk, I really meant that. Like, I really thought that. College has taught me that you definitely have to be aware of anyone's ulterior motives. Like, don't just take people for face value, because you never know. People could be putting up an act. And I thought he was a really nice guy. He ended up being a jerk and rude, and not even acknowledging me. I was just like, wow, we couldn't be friends at least. But yeah, it'd be like that. That's life. Well, thanks everyone who sent in questions for me to answer. I appreciate it. This has been fun. Again, to let you guys know more about me and answering whatever y'all want to know. Definitely going to do this again. So I'm going to put my email below, my Snap, my Instagram. If you ever want to send me questions that you want to know, advice that me and my friends could answer, thinking about doing asking for a friend, you can always send those anonymous and we will answer your questions that you would love answers to. So yeah. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Road to 500. or road to 250 subscribers. Let's get it poppin'. And yeah, don't forget to put on your post notifications so you know every time that I upload a new video. And yeah, make sure you're following me on Insta. I'm gonna put my snap below. And am I forgetting anything? Oh, don't forget to stay humble, stay beautiful, and stay blessed. Bye guys.